guess we should be in four-wheel drive, huh?
Yeah, that might help. Mud seems to be this tire's specialty. It's got a lot of bite and can really chew through into the mud.
Aren't really feeling a lot of tires slipping.
No, they're actually really good.
Big lugs are nice because they kind of grab onto the rocks like little hands. And then you also want the sidewalls to conform and the footprint of the tire to be really nice and wide.
Well, that was easy, but here comes the tricky part.
We were able to test these tires not only in a muddy environment, but also with mud on top of rocks, and that's probably the most challenging environment that you can be in. We were extremely surprised, especially with our Jeep being open differentials. We had no lockers, we had no traction aids. It was all about the tires, and these tires didn't let us down.
I love sand. This is the most fun thing to drive on.
Definitely. Tires feel great.
They do.
You know, considering that they're a mud terrain and mud terrain, you know, don't have as much flotation for sand and stuff, these things are really doing well on the dunes.
They're definitely grabbing.
Yeah. There's a certain thrill that comes from carving sand dunes that I don't really experience in any other terrain. It's my favorite place.
Good in the sand.
Check. Sand works.
There's a fender
Grab
flare.
the fender flare.
There's
And the other one.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Those might be coming off. So we spent a fair amount of time on loose dirt and packed dirt, gravelly roads that were very loose. So far, they've done really well in all of the terrains that we've put them in.
It was tough to get these tires to slip. We really had to put some horsepower behind the Jeep before they even started to swing out around a turn.
Well, they really are grabbing on this loose gravel road.
I almost wish they'd slide a little bit easier, you know?
Right.
You know, another thing I noticed, have we heard a whole lot of stones?
No, that's a good point.
I mean, normally you get a tire like this or even an all-terrain and you can hear the stones hitting the underside.
Grab by the tread.
Dirt is sort of a mix of highway and mud or snow, right? It's sort of in the middle. These tires had plenty of traction with low range, enough throttle to just really power through it and get on top of the hills and things like that. And with this tire being well-rounded, it was no surprise that it did well in the dirt. You know, it's what we expected them to be. We would expect a mud terrain to do well in those types of environments. They did well. If you find a mud tire that has decent highway manners, that's a good thing. For such an aggressive tire, we'd say that the noise is low, and we had plenty of traction. We never felt like the tire was going to give up traction. It's all the things you want on a highway. Very predictable, very linear tire, so we can say with first-hand confidence that this tire will perform for you on the highway as well. One of the biggest surprises of the test is that the mud terrain tires did well in the snow.
We're live mics and filming. You guys might want to do things like woo-hoo! All right. Woo-hoo! Hey, now we're snow wheeling. Right, yeah, good driving.
Snow, in a way, is like sand. You don't want to dig through it because then you're just going to sink down into it, and underneath it is probably mud, and so you're just going to keep sinking into that mud.
Man, these things are working in this deep snow.
Good job, man.
Tires are really grabbing.
Yeah, so far.
We were driving on snow with sharp rocks underneath it, but the tires were not getting cut or chunked or anything like that, which is something that can happen in these conditions. They definitely did what we needed them to.
This is beautiful. I love snow. I mean, it's fun. Come on,
There we go.
boy.
There you go. Adam's right.
pleasantly surprised with the Roadian MTX. Obviously, we get to drive in a lot of different terrains doing this job and testing tires and testing vehicles. And on this trip, we literally hit basically everything. This is one of the better mud terrains in terms of being confident that it's going to be able to get you through everything you need, including snow, mud, dry, sand on the highway, all those things. In the nearly 1,000 miles of this test, the Nexen Roadian MTX was a really solid choice. Just a lot of fun.